Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk about one of my most favorite comfort foods, um, which I always turn to when I feel like I need a little nurturing or a little soul nurturing. You know, I'm sure all of us have that kind of a feeling when you're in need of comfort food. Well, my comfort food is none other than something that was cooked very often at my home by my mom, and that is the traditional South Indian sambar. So, what is sambar? For those of you who are not from Malaysia or from India, you might wonder what on earth is sambar? Well, sambar is basically a vegetable stew. That's basically what it is. It's a vegetable stew cooked in a broth made of lentils or pulses. So, lentils and pulses, there are many kinds and are used a lot in Indian traditional recipes. And sambar usually uses one type, which is called tur dal or tuvaram paruppu in Tamil. I believe in English it's called pigeon pea. It's a split pigeon pea, and it's in a very dry form, and that's what we use for the base of the sambar. My mom used to make sambar with a combination of two types of lentils. That was tur dal together with mung bean, which has been skinned and split. So that was the combination that she used. And in my case, I have over the years I've incorporated another kind of lentils into this traditional recipe. So these are the three lentils or pulses I use in my sambar, which is there's tur dal in here, which is pigeon pea, and or tuvaram paruppu in Tamil, and then that's one. And then there's also a split and skinned mung bean. In Tamil, it's called pachapairu. And then the third type of lentil that I use is this little red ones here. Can you see? Those are called masoor dal or red dal in English. So these are the three types of dal that I use in my sambar recipe. Sambar is extremely healthy, power-packed with nutrition, mainly because the lentils that is used in the broth is very high in protein, high in calcium, high in vitamin B, and fiber, lowers your blood pressure. Many benefits it has. But the most important, also folic acid. Yeah. So the most important ingredient in sambar, I would say, is protein. So for the vegetarians in India, and India is like, I don't know, a huge percentage of the people in India are vegetarians, and dal is a very important ingredient in Indian food because vegetarians need protein like everybody else, and lentils and dal provide lots of protein. So that being said, the sambar is also nutritious because of the vegetables incorporated into the dish. So it's quite a complete meal. Maybe with some rice, sambar full of vegetables is perfectly healthy meal. Quick diversion though is to inform you that dal and lentils, they do contain this component called lectin. And because of this lectin, which is like a bad component, lectin is basically said to plump the red blood cells, and it's said to give you digestive disorders, like you might have bloating and you might have diarrhea and so on. So for that reason, people tend to avoid dishes made of dal or lentils. But how do you avoid that? Basically, you have to pre-soak the dal, and you have to boil the dal enough so that this lectin is removed it's destroyed from that pulse. So basically, just remember that if you want to eat dals and lentils, you must always pre-soak the dal or lentils. Soaking overnight is fine, but soak for about an hour is good, and you must boil the dal enough for it to be cooked. At least 10 minutes of boiling would destroy the lectin, which is the main element in dal, and it would be healthy to eat. So that's enough of me describing dals and talking about dals and so on. Let's get down to the ingredients so we can start our cooking. So the vegetables that I'm using in this sambar dish is basically, the main ingredient is of course my drumsticks, which is Moringa Drumstick. About 3 medium-sized drumsticks that I have scraped on the side and then cut in about just about 1.5 inch slice of potato, and then 2 medium-sized tomatoes. This is 2 medium-sized potatoes that I have quartered. Sambar powder. This is homemade sambar powder that I've done at home. It looks like this. Okay, so I've done this for myself at home. You can buy this store-bought sambar powder, or you don't even have to use sambar powder. It just makes the dish a little more tasty. And then chili powder, turmeric powder, salt, and then we have asafoetida, or in Tamil it's called Moringa. It's a powder that we use whenever we cook any dishes that have lentils in them. And then I've got some tamarind juice. I usually squeeze tamarind and put it in the fridge. This is from the fridge. Some coconut milk, about half a cup. Then here is like some about 3 cloves of garlic that I have just basically cut in half. And then this is, I've got 2 cups of pre-boiled dal. I usually keep boiled dal in the freezer. So this one is like 1 cup and this is another cup. I just use this cup measurement to show you that I have 2 cups, so 1 and 2. And then I have these curry leaves, 1 medium-sized chili that onion that has been sliced, and some dried red chili. Also, I have some mixed spices. I'm using coconut oil today, and I'm also going to use a little bit of ghee, which you don't have to use ghee. I just like the flavor of ghee, so I'm using ghee as well. So I'm going to use ghee right at the end. I've added 1.5 cups of the boiled lentil into a pot. Turning on, I'm going to add some water, about 600 ml of water. Okay, and now I'm just going to turn on the stove and let it boil. While it's heating up, just add the garlic inside and about 2 tablespoons of sambar powder. 2 teaspoons of sambar powder. Then here I have a teaspoon of chili and about half a teaspoon of turmeric. Just give it a stir. Then let it boil. Basically, I just want it to come to a rolling boil, and after that, I will put the vegetables in. Yeah, just before I put on the lid, I'm just going to put 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I use Himalaya pink salt, this one. And then give it a quick stir. As you can see, it's already heating up. And now I'm just going to close the lid. It really boils. Closing of the lid will basically hasten the process of it heating up. So you can see that it's nicely boiling. What you do now is put in the potatoes first. The reason I put the potatoes in some water, potatoes tend to sort of turn color. So that's why when you cut potatoes, put them in some water. And it's also a way of removing some of the starch. The potatoes are in. I think we'll hold on with the drumsticks, because the drumsticks don't take as long as the potatoes cook. So let it just get maybe a little bit cooked. Maybe close it for about 15 minutes. So it's been boiling for about 3 minutes. Now I'm going to add the drumsticks. So let this cook for another 4 minutes, probably about 4 minutes. And then we'll add the tomatoes last of all. The dal has been boiling for about 4 minutes. I'm just going to see whether it's just sort of cooked or at least half cooked. I think it is, because it starts to open, you see? Okay, you see that it's opened up like that. Then you know that it's you see that it's beginning to break up here. So then you know that it's cooked inside actually. Now, let's do the dal. Okay, so now let it cook a little bit more, and while that is cooking, you can add some. You can add the remainder dal. The reason I don't add all the dal right at the beginning, because I don't want the dal to be too mushy. Because when it's too mushy, you feel that, I don't know, I don't like it. Some people like dal which is like, you don't see the pieces at all. You don't see the shape of the lentils at all, like that. And I like it not totally mushy, so I tend to put it somewhere in the middle. Okay. You can also add add a little bit of tamarind juice. Let's see, just a little bit. For sambar, it's just like maybe that much. You see, just a little bit. But then coconut milk goes right at the end, because if you put it in the beginning, sometimes it will start to curdle. So let it just cook. I think it needs a little bit of water in here. Add a bit more water. Let it cook. You close it once again. Maybe another 3 minutes. So this is cooking for more than 3 minutes, actually about 4 minutes. Because the potatoes weren't really cooked, so I just need that as well. Okay, just a little bit more and the potatoes will be cooked. Okay. Now you can add the tomato. Add the sliced tomatoes. Not sliced, actually they were like quartered. The 2 medium-sized tomatoes were quartered. I don't like to add tomatoes right at the beginning, because then it'll be all mashed up. So like this, you'll see the tomato pieces. You can add them anyway. You can cut them anyway. There's no real hard and fast rules, as I always say. Cook it a little bit more. Okay, it looks like it's done. I have to add the coconut milk. Okay, I have half a cup of coconut milk here, about half a cup. You don't have to add all of it. You just, see how you like it. I don't like it too creamy, but you can add it according to your taste. But I've not put all of it. I put about a quarter cup in here. Now just put a little bit of a taste to see whether you need more salt or anything like that. Lower the heat after you put the coconut milk. Because sometimes coconut milk tends to curdle. Going to lower the heat, and it's going to turn up. Let it simmer for a little while longer. Maybe just another 1 or 2 minutes. Just 1 minute actually. So I've transferred this sambar to an Indian pot like this. I really like this pot because it looks so nice and traditional, and I feel like I'm eating in India or something. Okay. So anyway, so I've transferred it here. And what it's going to take this dish to the next level, or as far as the taste is concerned, not too higher, would be the tempering. That is, in Hindi it's called tadka, in Tamil it's called talipu. Okay, so basically it would be tempering these spices, the mixed spices, together with the chilies, curry leaves, and sliced onion, and we add this, which is called asafetida. Gosh, the smell that you get from this is so lovely that after tempering it, either you can use oil, or you can use ghee, or you can use a mixture of both, and then you pour it on the top of the sambar, and it's just yum. So I've heated this little pan, which for some reason is quite ugly. Okay, I put a little bit of oil inside, and then I'm going to add some ghee, and then use tablespoon. I know ghee is like fattening, so I'm going to add that. Okay. Ghee is basically clarified butter, so it's a dairy product, so vegans won't be able to have ghee. Now I will add the spices. So it's heating. I'm going to add like about a tablespoon of the mixed spices. Okay, a tablespoon and a half. It's really up to you. Then I'm going to add a teaspoon of asafetida. Oh, look at that. I turned off the heat. It was hot earlier, and then I think I turned it off. You have to put the heat a little lower. Okay, I'm going to put this asafetida. Then I'm just going to give it a quick stir. So you can hear the sound now. You'll soon hear the cracking. And the asafetida, because it's actually a tree sap, tends to clump up, so you need to stir it so that it doesn't clump up. This is powdered asafetida. There's another version which comes like a thick, hard little stone. Okay, now you get the yummy smell out of this. Just let it brown. Now that it's tempted now, see that it's a little bit browned already. I'm going to put in the dried chilies. I washed them because I read that dried chilies when they're dried, when they're being processed and dried, they're like put in this large nets or something, and so all kinds of vermin like rats and all going through them. So I've washed them. Now I've just cut, just broken up the pieces, curry leaves, onions. So that's the reason I make sure I always wash the dried chili before I use it. Let this just turn brown. So now, once the talipu or the tempered ingredients has browned, you can pour it over like this. Oh, it's really yummy. This is the best part actually, when this goes into the dish and mixes with the flavors. It's so yummy. This is how it looks like. You can stir it when you're going to eat, but sometimes I even put a bit of this dal and wipe and wash this into the pot. Okay, so that is the yummy sambar dish. So this, everyone, is my super duper Moringa Sambar in Tamil, and in English it's Moringa Drumstick Sambar. It's a delicious, healthy, nutritious stew for you to try, vegetarian and super healthy. So give this a try. This is my all-time favorite comfort food. So thank you everyone for sharing this, for being with me today while I cook my comfort food. And take care, stay simple, Be happy. So here's Shakila Shanmugam signing off. Bye everybody.